This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. There was only one automaker that offered a Level 3 autonomous system in the US, but now there's none. Mercedes is dropping the feature from its Drive Pilot system for future models because it didn't think it offered much benefit to the customer. First available on the S-Class and EQS EV in 2023, it was the only certified hands-off and eyes-off driving system in the US. But it required special hardware, a $2,500 yearly subscription, it reverts to Level 2 over 40 miles per hour, and can only be used in certain parts of California and Nevada under ideal conditions. For example, the system only worked in the day, in good weather, and with good lane markings. And on top of that, it used LiDAR from Luminar, which is now bankrupt. So instead, Mercedes will rely on its new Drive Assist Pro system that it unveiled at CES, which is considered a Level 2++ system, doesn't use any LiDAR, will offer city driving capability, and launches in the US later this year. The first fully automated assembly plant will have cars running down the line by 2030. That's according to a couple of analysts Automotive News spoke to, who say the capabilities of robots will continue to progress throughout the decade. Right now, 12 of the world's top 25 automakers are operating advanced robotic pilot projects, including humanoids in their plants. They're trying to solve things like installing the wire harness and interior components, because those are the only production processes that aren't normally fully automated. The analysts believe one of these so-called dark factories, which are called that because you don't need to turn on the lights for robots, will first be built by either a US or Chinese automaker. With the US and Europe rolling back EV targets and an expected slowdown in car sales in China, sales of electric vehicles are expected to cool globally this year. Last year, automakers sold 20.7 million EVs and plug-in hybrids worldwide, up 20% from 2024. But benchmark Mineral Intelligence is forecasting that growth of electrified vehicles will slow to 16% globally this year to just under 24 million units, mainly due to an expected 30% drop in electrified sales in the US. And speaking of sales, Audi missed its target last year. The automaker delivered 1.6 million vehicles globally, down 3% from 2024. It was targeting sales between 1.65 and 1.75 million. But thanks to 4 straight months of year-over-year increases to close out the year, Audi is upbeat about turning things around this year. Audi was behind Mercedes last year, which sold 1.8 million vehicles, and BMW, which sold 2.4 million. But Audi topped Mercedes in fully electric sales. It sold more than 223,000 EVs, an increase of 36%, while Mercedes sold under 169,000. However, both were well behind BMW, which sold 442,000 BEVs globally in 2025.
Developing today's vehicles, issues can happen in an instant. What good is knowing your problems without the data to solve them? Meet Wireless Neovi Cloud, your secure off-the-shelf solution, empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless Neovi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless Neovi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Car sales are expected to drop this year in the US, but Honda believes it can boost its sales. Cox Automotive forecasts that automakers will sell 15.8 million vehicles this year, which is a decline of 2.4% compared to 2025. But Honda's head of sales in the U.S. says he expects its sales, including Acura, to increase 4% to 1.5 million vehicles. The automaker's inventory is currently tight, sitting at 30 days supply because it's still dealing with the Nexperia chip shortage. But Honda says it will overcome that by boosting production of more affordable gas-powered models. However, it didn't reveal how many more vehicles it plans to build. And speaking of Honda, the automaker revealed that the next-gen version of the Acura RDX will be the brand's first model to feature a two-motor hybrid powertrain. The new model is still in development and will launch in the next couple of years. While Acura didn't reveal when, Auto Forecast Solutions reports that production is scheduled to start in the second quarter of 2028. And production of the current RDX, which is built in Ohio, will be suspended later this year due to a part shortage. One of the largest grocery store chains in the U.S. is going to install thousands of EV fast chargers in parking lots. Kroger and its affiliated stores are partnering with EVgo to install at least 150 fast charging stalls a year at locations throughout the U.S. Select stores will have up to 16 stalls, which can deliver up to 350 kilowatts. The first site is already operational in Salt Lake City, Utah, and more will be added in Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Texas, Washington, and other states. EVgo currently has 4,600 stalls in operation in the U.S., and it plans to expand that to more than 15,000 by the end of 2029. The Mustang GT-D is basically a street-legal version of the Mustang GT3 track car, but it costs about $330,000. So, Ford is taking some of what it learned from those cars and is putting it in a more affordable package. Building on the Mustang Dark Horse, the company is launching a new version called the Dark Horse SC. Instead of a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 under the hood, it's powered by the automaker's supercharged 5.2-liter V8, which is mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. It also comes with Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, carbon fiber wheels, MagneRide suspension, a new hood and deck lid, and a number of other aerodynamic upgrades. While Ford didn't reveal any pricing, the Dark Horse SC seems like a replacement to the Shelby GT500, which ranged in price from about $80,000 to $130,000. The company is also trying to do a similar thing with off-road affordability. The new Bronco RTR comes standard with 33-inch tires and a lifted suspension, but there's also the option for a Fox dual reservoir setup. The idea is to have that off-road performance, but below the price of a Bronco Raptor, which starts just below $90,000. And don't forget to tune in to Autoline After Hours today. We'll kick things off at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on our website and YouTube channel. That brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for tuning in.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Alex Partners, when it really matters. CSP, the Composites Solution Partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.
We act, we grow, we transform, we protect, we rescue. In moments that define the future, we are the partner you can trust. Alex Partners, when it really matters.